Alright, 6. Building the new converter. General information about building a new converter. Previously mentioned in board with the exports with the converter do not use the custom converter, but it can be built with the effort required to accomplish the core that depends on the use of code ability, the intent of the use available resource they want with the convert from the simple ASC2 format consisting of the entire triangle of the BurlaCAD a few days after will probably suffice. But on the other hand, if the one to develop the convert property with proprietary commercial CAD systems to the BurlaCAD, several months of effort training will be required. For example, the Pro Engineering Unit Graphics Summer commercial CAD systems provide libraries, the APIs, and developer can use the EXF of the model. The typical training with required in order to understand the library can do with how they work on the training and use the CAD system, and they have been required prerequisite understand packaging, environmental technology, purpose, expense for the license, for the typical requirements in the case the code developed the required purchase of any other license. Before one begins developing a new converter, one should first consider the possibility of the use of the combination of existing converters. For example, if one needs to from the commercial CAD system to a BurlaCAD system, no converter exists for that system, he might consider importing model of the Pro Engineering Unit Graphics converting to the BurlaCAD from there. Understandably, this may result in the loss of so much information. Repeated conversion they usually make the mean greater loss. But restoring information manually may become more cost-effective than new converter from scratch. Another possibility might be convert the general STL format, convert the STL to the BRLCAD STL database or STL graphics to section 410. Alright, 6.2, converting the BurlaCAD. Converting the BurlaCAD to another format generally comes within one of two varieties. The first two type of the BurlaCAD opt with the CSG with the counterpart with the receiving the type of the conversion rarely happens with the most commercial CAD systems, extremely with the limited CSG capability. In the case, however, the converter mainly needs the visual object, every object with the BurlaCAD model. Output with the form is required with the receiving system as sample code with the name of the G-XXX.C. The components include the CONV directory of the BurlaCAD store for the distribution. Only missing point is for the code actually output the receiving format. Most of the common type of the conversion, especially with the design output of the CSG, currently the best choice of the situation, properly produce the triangular face of the approximation BurlaCAD reaching the output of the approximation regional format, simple coordinated GGXX format, facets X with the name of the include the conventional directory of the BurlaCAD sort of the distribution. Again, only part of the fastest output of the receiving format mission sample missing format sample code of the bowling evaluation regulations. Tested versions of the CSG primitive. The technique is not always successful to sample the code, catch the failures, notify the user, and chance to continue the failures occur. A similar situation exists with converting a BurlaCAD. One of the features enough to converting CSG with the system that converting everything that you can respond BurlaCAD representing all the required library W database. Library distributed BurlaCAD contains all the routines needed to provide primitive the regions combination BurlaCAD. To create an empty BurlaCAD model, use the following code snippet that use the WD, the Word database pointer to position all of the library Word databases. For example, the sphere contains with the 1, 2, and 3 radius of 5 millimeter, following the call of the MK underscore sphere suffix. To build the region combination BurlaCAD over the MK combination deduced over the build with a more complicated requires building a list for the member of the project, the MT combination with the example to follow the regional using primitive shape 2, the subtract with the primitive shape 1 isn't constructed. If the system is converted into a non-CSG system, which is most likely will need the process of the originating system to have the form of that BurlaCAD you can use. If you have the AP model with the originating system, you'll be able to use these routines created with a triangular representative model with a triangle dab that can be then used with the bag of triangle, the primitive of the BurlaCAD model with the MK under bot routine. Bot primitive that can be played with the region of its owner shown previously. Hybrid approach with the possibility where simple shapes with the identified BurlaCAD, the primitive shape of the BurlaCAD primitive and everything else with the bag of triangles. If the converter requires the building of the bag of the triangle primitive, you may want to consider the converter with the preview of the BurlaCAD ASC2 with the format of the CMC bot routine with a very thin wrapper with the actual internal format with the bag of the triangle required with the intimate knowledge of the structure. AST format is considerably simpler, easier to work with the situation mentioned previously with the ASC2 format, and simply with the TCL script. For example, the following ASC2 format BurlaCAD databases of the bag of triangle. For the aforementioned example, to create the BurlaCAD database for the table example, the simple bag of the triangle with the preferred unit, the millimeter single tetrahedron of the shot with the bot with the bag of the triangle with the primitive line with the beginning with the plot with the create the bag of the triangle primitive. No, there are actually only 3 lines. For the example, the last line with the rapid and the report with the clarity of the line is contained with the TCL interpreter with the put with the command with the tetra name the object for the created with the bot, with the type of the object for the created with the remain with the line consistent with the key value pair with the line praise the bot bracket of the triangle with the print of the name of the tetra of the view of the volume mode, meaning of the bot with the enclosed with the space with the right hand rule or RH rule handing the app organization no flags. Alright, the V key introduced for the list of vertex of the bag of the triangle. Primitive of the F key introduced for the list of the triangle face is integrated into the list of the vertex. Additional put which command with the building more objects with a database. For example, the creating of the region with the tetra option with the pen with the following line with the affirmation. Put bracketed a region combination region yes street one bracketed one tetra. This line of combination of the A region with the B region with consists only of the tetra object created with the earlier. The resulting file with the Berlicat binary format is ASC2G. For example, the code as the type of the output of the G2A group ASCG file is converted directly with the source distribution. Alright, 7. Post-conversion issues.